Hello YouTube. I'm finally back on Screenflow with the with Lion. I'm on 10.7 beta Lion beta 4 actually. So while I'm talking, I'm gonna change my screen background. But anyway, um, I'm just gonna do a quick doc video. Well, not so much quick. It might be quick, but I did one of these on my Power Mac G5, and it got some pretty good comments, except for um one idiot thought it'd be a good idea to argue with me about PowerPC, so we kind of had it out. But anyway, there'll be an annotation at the end of this video if you want to see that one. Um, I've got a lot of the same stuff, but I've got more stuff on here since this is an Intel. So if you're a PowerPC user, that might be helpful to you. Anyway, even if you're on Intel, um, that would be useful to you as well. Because I do have some stuff on the Power Mac G5 that I don't have on this computer, since that is my desktop, or my main desktop, or my main computer. But anyway, um, I'm gonna go through everything on my dock. I'm not gonna open everything, of course, because that would take forever. But I will talk about everything, even though I did get another comment on that other video saying that everybody knows what iTunes is. Yes, not everybody knows what iTunes is, but for the people that don't, I want to tell them who it is, what it is, and if you don't like it, then you can skip through it. But I am going to explain everything on the dock. So the first thing is, of course, Finder. Everybody knows what Finder is. It's the program that you use to look at all of your stuff, although it does look a little different on Lion. But yeah, so that's Finder. It's like Windows Explorer if you're on a PC, but you probably won't be watching this if you are on a PC. This is MacMail. Hopefully I don't have anything on here. No. So this is just a bunch of eBay and YouTube stuff. This is MacMail. Um, this is the new version. It's, as you can see, it's kind of like the iPad version. Um, so yeah. It looks a lot different on Snow Leopard or Leopard, but yeah, that's MacMail. Of course, it is your email application. The next application is iTunes. iTunes, of course, is the program that you use to sync your iPod, play music, buy music, download movies, TV shows, just about any kind of media you want. You can get it on iTunes. Um, yeah, so I'm also on the beta of iTunes. You can see beta 10.5. But yeah, so that's iTunes, just a simple music player. Of course, the Mac App Store. This is what you use. Well, I'm not even going to open this, but this is what you use to buy and buy Mac apps. So yeah, you can buy a lot of games. There's just about every piece of software for the Mac on the Mac App Store, and of course Google Earth. I'm not sure. This is a pretty well-known program. I use it a lot, just to look around and stuff. So yeah, so this is Google Earth. You can look at the whole world on here. Let's say I want to look at Europe. I can just zoom in like this. So sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. All right, so like this is Europe here. I can, let's say I want to look at Finland. I can just zoom in here, and it depends. This will really be really slow if you're on an older computer, or if your internet connection is not very good. The European countries, they don't. The resolution of the satellite pictures aren't as clear. So I'll just show you in America, since it looks better in America, because the satellite images are really clear in America. Alright, so I can just turn the globe around, and I'll just zoom into Miami. So you can see, you can see every road in Miami. You can see all the houses. So we'll just zoom into this street here, and you'll have to wait for the picture to clear up. So this is a really cool program. You can see everything in Miami. So you can see all the cars, you can see all the houses, and let's say I want to look at one of these houses. All I have to do is drag this guy down here, and we'll wait for it to load, and I let go, and we'll get a full picture of the road. So yeah, you can see everything. You can see the cars. Of course, the license plates are blocked. Um, your car is probably in this program. My car is probably in this program. Everybody's car, everybody's house is in this program. The whole world is in here, so you can see everything in here. So it's actually a really cool program. I was showing my 88-year-old aunt this program, and she was just amazed at what she could see. It was really, she was really amazed to see this. So yeah, you can see, just about everything. So this is a really cool application to play around with and to use for real use stuff. So that's Google Earth. I highly recommend downloading it, even just to play with. Of course, Skype. Skype is a program that you use to talk to people. You can use it to call relatives. If you pay an extra money, it's a free program. Um, it's free for downloading or for calling 1-800 numbers on your computer, and calling and messaging other people that have their own Skype account. So you can just call people and that have Skype accounts, video conferencing, stuff like that. As long as you have a webcam. Also, and this is available for Windows as well. Also, you can, if you pay an extra amount of money, you can call any phone number except for 911. But I'm not going to go into detail. You probably already know what this is. VirtualBox is just a emulator. You can emulate all versions of Windows, DOS, Unix, stuff like that. I have a Windows XP going here. It doesn't work very well, but you can emulate, like let's say I want to make a new VirtualBox. You can see other Windows, and then you've got like 3.1. You can run anything from the original Windows 1 to anything else. So we can run Linux, OS 2. I know what this is. I just, oh yeah, okay. You can run OS 2 Warp. This was actually a really cool OS in the early 90s and mid 90s. You can run Mac OS 10. I'm not sure how that works. I've never done that before. But anyway, yeah, so that's VirtualBox. You can run Linux, Unix, Mac, anything you want. So yeah, Minecraft. Minecraft is a really fun game. Actually, I shouldn't have opened it because I had problems quitting it with Lion. But it's just a really fun game. Um, if you're real geeky and nerdy like I am, you probably know what it is. To some people, it's really boring, but once you get the hang of it, it's a lot of fun. I recommend checking it out. Of course, Angry Birds. It's Angry Birds on a Mac. I'm not going to go into detail on that. Grand Theft Auto. The Grand Theft Auto Vice City is my favorite all-time game. I play it all the time. So they actually do have Grand Theft Auto for the Mac. This is not a ported torrent version. They do actually. Apple or Rockstar, which is the creator of Grand Theft Auto. They are now selling it officially on the Mac. Only the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, which includes Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. But they're for the Mac. Hopefully, the next version will be for the Mac. Call of Duty. This is the original Call of Duty. It's pretty similar to all the other ones, so I'm not going to go into detail. Left 4 Dead. That's just a zombie shooting game. It's a lot of fun if you want to kill zombies. I play it. It's a lot of fun. Stream. This is where you can get the most Mac games. They have a lot of games on here that aren't actually in the Mac App Store, so I highly recommend checking that out if you're a Mac gamer like myself. Um, and so you don't have to use Boot Camp to play games like I'd have to do sometimes. Mac Tracker. I actually made a video on this. You can go to my channel and check that out. This is a really awesome program. It has every Apple product ever made, like the Quick Take. You can see there. So I'll do that later. But you can see um, it has all, like every piece of information you want to know about this, about any product, like the Macintosh 128K. It has, of course, 8 megahertz, everything like that. Memory and graphics, you can see 128 kilobytes of RAM. So yeah, that's Mac Tracker, and it's just a really cool program. So I'm gonna update it while this is in the background. So the next thing is calculator. That's just your standard calculator. Transmission. This is a torrent client. Um, I'm just gonna come out and say what this is. You can download free stuff, basically, free games, free programs, um, Screenflow, iCloud, Final Cut Pro X. I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of comments saying it's not right to download free stuff. What's wrong with you? You're retarded. I know. It sucks, but I do it anyway. You want to arrest me? Go ahead. Um, you can get Mac OS 10.7, Windows 7, Office 2010. These are just things I've downloaded. Not all of them work, and you need to be careful if you're on a Windows computer and sometimes on a Mac computer. Torrents can sometimes be full of viruses, so you need to make sure you're downloading the correct thing, and you need to read the comments that people leave below. Um, but yeah, that's BitTorrent, or this is Transmission. It's a really good torrent client. I highly recommend it to anybody that downloads torrents. It's probably the fastest client I've ever used. I've been using it for about a year now. Before that, I was using Views or Vase or something, and it was really slow. It has a lot of junk you don't need. It makes you buy a lot of stuff. This is completely free, and unfortunately, this isn't for Windows. Um, but if you're on Windows, I recommend using uTorrent. But this is a great torrent client for Mac, and I highly recommend this to anybody that does torrents. So it's just a very simple and easy to use torrent client. You get all this stuff here. Let's say I want to find it. It shows it in your downloads. So yeah, just a very nice, simple, easy to use torrent client. Um, so yeah, um, and every time you get an update for Mac Tracker, it's just adding new Macs that have been released to it. So that's all it's doing. So the next thing is, I shouldn't have opened that. The next thing is DVD player. Now DVD player is of course your standard DVD player. Next thing, Grab. Grab is like a print screen on Windows. You can, it's a little bit more advanced though. Let's say you want to select something, you just select it and then let go, and then it'll take a picture of it. Terminal, this is the Unix under Mac OS 10. So I'll just type in something really quick. We've all seen this mostly. I'm sorry. So yeah, this is something you can use to play games, like Tetris and stuff. But yeah, that's terminal, just Unix. Most of you shouldn't mess with that if you don't know what it is. Sometimes you can screw up your system because that has everything that goes on in your system in the background. Disk utility, this program, I use it all the time and I completely love it. You have to pay like $100 or something to get this program for Windows, and it comes with the Mac. What this allows you to do is convert disk images, burn disk images to DVDs, make disk images, all kinds of stuff. So it's really good, especially if you're using torrents um, or anything else. You can download a DMG and then burn it to a disk. Let's say, like for instance, if I wanted to install Tiger on an iMac G3, I download Tiger with Transmission, then burn it to a DVD or CD with disk utility. Next thing is system info. This just is everything on your computer, all the specs and everything else. So pretty straightforward. Next thing is image capture. Actually, a lot of people don't use this program, but I still use it all the time. It's a very simple program. You just plug in a camera. Um, 9 out of 10 times it'll have the driver, or actually 9.9 out of 10 times it'll have the driver. It has the driver for just about every single camera ever made, as long as it's digital, of course. And you can download pictures, movies, anything off the camera. It works with the iPhone too. iMovie. This is I use this a lot for editing. I only use it. Well, I use it for about 90% of all of my videos. I use iMovie 09 for on my Power Mac G5 and 11 on my MacBook Pro, which of course is this computer. I really like iMovie. It's easy to use. It's simple if you need to get something done quick, and it's a good editor. It's not like Windows Movie Maker or something like that. It's a pretty good editor. The next thing is Final Cut Pro. This is Final Cut Pro X, so if you haven't seen it yet, this is it. I use it, I've been using it to edit stuff. I do edit a lot. I don't just edit for YouTube, I edit for other things, for school and stuff. So, yeah, uh, I've only edited a few things so far, but this is it. Then this is a video that I'm going to make, which is going to be an Apple Store in Paris. But anyway, this is Final Cut Pro 10. I really like it so far. I know a lot of people don't like it, but the reason I didn't use Final Cut Pro, I think it was 8 or 9, um, is because it was too complicated for me. I had been using Imovie for a long time. I do know how to use it. I do know how to use the previous version of Final Cut, but I didn't need all the features really that much until I've gotten into higher grades editing stuff. So that's when I started to use it, and I did learn how to use it a little bit, but it was, a little complicated for me. So, being a long-time iMovie user, I waited till 10 came out and I started using it because it's like iMovie 11. I know a lot of people don't use it because they like the old Final Cut. I really didn't have a problem with it, but it's been the same since it came out from Mac OS 9. Of course, Screenflow. This is the program that I'm using to make this video right now. This program just basically records your screen. And it's a good editor for some things. A lot of people use it to edit all their stuff. You don't even have to use screen recordings. You can import, standard video taken off a camera into this program and edit with it. I don't really like to edit with it because it's not. It's a little bit too simple for me. I like to do like with my intros and stuff. But it is a good editor. I do like to edit with it sometimes, but not very often. Next thing is dictionary, of course, your standard dictionary. I can type in Apple, and you can see that. So yeah, just it actually comes off of a real dictionary. It's pretty fancy. Um, Drag and Dictate. It's a good program for dictating. It takes your speech and puts it into letters. Basically, the computer will type for you. All you have to do is talk. Um, I use this a lot for big papers for school and stuff. It really does help a lot, and it saves a lot of time, especially if you're not too good of a typer like myself. Um, iWork, which is Pages and Keynote and Numbers. I only use these two though. It's like Microsoft Office, except for it's made by Apple. A lot of people like it more than Office, including myself. I think it's a lot better. There's a lot more things you can do. It's you just have to learn how to use it. When I started using it, I didn't know if I was going to be able to continue to use it because it was learning a whole new thing. And since unfortunately all my school's computers are junky Windows XP ones, um, I had to use Office, so I was used to Office, but I'm starting to like it a lot more. I use it more now. It's in some ways more simple, but in other ways it's more complex because you have more features and stuff. Of course, Microsoft Office 2011. This is Word and PowerPoint. I use this a lot too. Um, it's pretty straightforward. Just your text editor and PowerPoint. Um, if you have an older version of Office on your Mac, like 08 or 04, I highly recommend upgrading to 11. It's a lot better. It has no comparison on the other versions. I hated the old version of Office. I couldn't stand it. It was slow. It took forever to launch. Even on my MacBook Pro, which is this one, it would take a long time to launch. And this computer's got like 8 gigs of RAM. Um, so this is a lot better. I highly recommend upgrading to it. So yeah, and for the last thing, App Cleaner. This is a very nice program for cleaning apps or for deleting apps. For uninstalling apps, if you install an app that you don't like, you can just use it to delete it. Um, Other than that, there's no real way to do that unless the developer gives you an uninstaller, which they most of the time they don't. But yeah, this is a great app for deleting stuff. And if you want any of these, of course, you can just search them on Google. You can look them up on the App Store. Any other way you use to get your apps. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, then please feel free to ask me. I'd be happy to help you with any other problems or questions you might have about any of these apps. Um, so future videos I'm going to be doing a complete review and overview of Final Cut Pro 10, and also where I'm gonna, now that Screenflow is working on Lion, I'm gonna do a complete overview of Lion. So thanks for watching again, and don't forget to like and subscribe.